First of all, congratulations on the film.
Thanks.
Easily, in my opinion, the best of the franchise so far.
Oh, yeah?
So far, I mean, I might be predicting something, but it is such a fundamentally different film from all the rest that we've seen so far. What is it about Bella and the whole story here that AMC audiences are really going to love about this one in particular?
Well, I think when you have a vampire movie where your main character is a human, there's something that's really easy to hold on to. I feel like Bella always kind of was a bit of a grounding factor in the story, and now that you don't have that anymore, it's like fully and completely indulging the incredibly strange land that they live in, and it feels good because they've been working so hard the entire series to get to that point, and it doesn't feel jarring necessarily. It feels like really satisfying to finally step in and totally indulge in vampire world.
You mentioned, I'm glad you brought up the change because like one of the big changes obviously is this is a completely different Bella than every other film we've seen so far. What was that like for you as you're approaching, you're realizing we've got a major gear change happening here? How did you want to approach it differently?
I'm so lucky that I got to play her as a human for so long. It didn't feel like an enormous leap for me. It just sort of felt like the next step. It was like, I know I'm taking a line from the movie, but she really was sort of born to get to that point. I think if you were to take the vampire thing away from it, she's just like a fully realized version of herself. And I don't know, it was the physical part of it was definitely the biggest technical change. But you know, at the same time, I feel like she just sort of grew up. It was fun.
You know, watching the film, and the end credits are so creative in this one, and it really felt like we, the audience, but also you guys, it's like watching a marathon runner finally cross that finish line. Aww. They're exhausted and they're happy. Yeah. They're in so much pain, but they're so overjoyed at the same time. How is that for you now, after all these years crossing that finish line?
Feels good. Yes. I don't know. I'm so ridiculously proud of everyone, and and myself, I suppose, but you have something weighing on you for 5 years. That's so not a normal experience for an actor. Usually, I mean, you start a project, all you're thinking about is getting to the end, and then as soon as you do, you wish that you could live in that world a little bit longer and sort of have that worry back. And it's really no different for this. In fact, it's just like an amplified version of it. I don't know, I feel a little bit like I got to live in that world long enough. I indulged that fantasy, and I don't know. It's nice to walk away from it having completed the process. Thank God we got to finish the series. It would have been awful to stop at a certain point, but I feel like they do reach a complete conclusion. I think if there were any, people keep asking us how we would extend the story. I'm like, leave them alone. We have done it all. Leave them. Yeah.
Well, you guys were really able to finish this on a high note. Congratulations on the film. Best of the franchise, and we cannot wait to have it on AMC screens.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Thank you again. Take care.